The one remark I keep hearing from Visions of Atlantis fans concerning Tonight I'm Alive is that for those who've been lucky enough to entertain the number through, as I understand, some of the recent live shows they've done on their tour, where this has been a featured part of the set, this number bears an independent face from familiarized offering with the VOA sound that exists, I believe, at least from what I've heard in terms of chatter, with Pirates. I don't know if that would be... because I'm going off memory here with the general comment, I don't know if it's a descriptor that's expanded beyond the scope of Pirates, and that Tonight I'm Alive stands out on part of their entire library. It's just interesting to me, because I like originality and adaptation, and with Visions of Atlantis, I'm curious to hear anything, especially with the pirate vibe, that I have heard a very light sample of this, very light, in fact, just based on the Instagram teases. Now that I'm getting to this, in fact, the morning of the album debut, of which I've promised you, like its predecessor, Pirates, which I cannot recommend enough if you've never experienced it before, entertain it in full, we're going to do a very similar tour with its sequel, Pirates 2 Armada, and I've been looking forward to this for a long time. But we're starting off in terms of the order of remaining tracks we have yet to get to, I believe 9 in total. It's going to be so much fun. We're starting with the one that came out in advance of that by a couple of days, Tonight I'm Alive. This was the third single that got a visualizer as well, and I'm sure it's going to be a privilege to entertain. As the previous two numbers have been, Armada and Monsters were fantastic pirate sequel projects. I love this album already. But, that's to be believed concerning the European metal market and Visions of Atlantis, who I've really taken a liking to in my little over a year at this point anniversary of following their work and being freshly introduced with all of you via the Deep in the Dark selection there, going on into Wanderers, and now look where we sit for 2 albums later from that point, or 4 in our journeys together, with more to come in terms of VOA adventures, as I've told you, is in our lineup at some later date. But Pirates 2 will be first, and we're going to start off with Tonight I'm Alive and explore its independent sound, or at least the one that departs from the Pirates mainstay of what's, I guess, expected with the melodic power symphonic metal groove, which I love. The amalgam here with Visions of Atlantis, it totally works. Every number we entertain again on the symphonic power, melodic metal extremes. I love the interplay. Plus the score constructions, the narratives, the deliberate reverence and resonation that you get through the stories, and a very personalized journey. It's this beautiful hybrid between conception or concept is what I mean, and relatability. But paired with the vocal presence of both Meek and Clementine, this is a very special project for me, and a special band. And if you've not entertained VOA before, I say VOA for short, but you know what I mean. I hope this is a fun introduction for you. Whether you happen to be a longtime fan or developing listener like myself, or a fresh initiate, I hope you feel welcome here, as music is best enjoyed collaboratively, I think. And with Visions of Atlantis, I've really had the honor of showcasing their work here, and I hope you feel the same coming off of their experiences in any opportunity we've had, and it's been a good number so far, with many more adventures to come for us fellow sailors as we gather together, not just for Pirates 2, but beyond. I freaking love the voice of this group, and I've fallen in mad love with their scores, and I hope you do too. It's not that hard. Again, the symphonic power melodic metal medley will just enchant you, I believe. Plus, with the Pirates angle, this is really interesting stuff. But Tonight I'm Alive, what is the voice of this one, and how does it depart? We're going to witness together before we jump into Pirates 2 very soon. In fact, I'm going to try to get to it today if I can later, but I'm happy. Pirates 1 was a success, and Pirates 2 is following right in line. But Tonight I'm Alive, here we go. It's a bit different, but it fits, totally into Pirates. And this is just a softer startup. Good switch to that. Good swing to it. I love the symphonic cue in the background. The orchestral feeling, it's right there. Yeah, and the voice here blended to the score body. The swing on the notes, it is a bit different, but I like it. The beautiful pace. has a bit of an inspiring spirit to it too, just with the choruses. This is going to stack well on our journeys together. I love the isolation on the beat. There's some other pirate ventures we're getting to, and this is in line of that sound. It's very folky. Repressing the harsher voice is a good cue for this, and then to walk back in, it's a fantastic transition. I see some of the dance lessons have rubbed off from Rockstar Villa. Maybe not necessarily the same style, but the closeness and some of the choreography, yeah. This one mounts well too. There's a great acceleration effect here. It's a fantastic bridge. I love the key pick for it too. It's quite natural with the swing. And it has a good emotional pull to it as well, and attractiveness. I'm a believer, I never surrender. Come back tomorrow, come as a hero. I'm a believer, I never surrender. Come back tomorrow, come as a hero. Dance in the rain before the fight. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, this is a number that's going to get better on frequent replay, absolutely. Reminds me a lot of Clocks in terms of the crowd appeal, the possibility. I love the vocal presence here, plus again the isolation specifically. It's a beautiful finale decision to again split vocal roles. I love the fact that there's isolation for both Clementine and Meek because they sound great together, but separate, especially married to the pace of that number. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's very folky. But evidently pirates. Like you think of it, I've said before, to the credit of Visions of Atlantis, if anybody wanted, in the cinematic entertainment realm, wanted to bring them alongside for score composition, 100%, it would fit. There wouldn't be a shift at all, and they'd be perfectly integrated, I think, in. Especially for a number like this. Oh yeah, this is sort of like a tavern number. I love the dance vibe to it. And I'll have to watch some of the live recordings, because I would imagine that this is, I'm assuming, part of their set list going forward, and it deserves to be. It was one of the singles, so it would make sense. I would imagine there would be plenty of people in the audiences dancing. There's no... Like, I sit here and I listen to the number and I can automatically... I mean, it helps. I come from an 18-year dance history, absolutely, not to boast, but I just... This is my childhood, I guess, when I hear certain numbers and you get caught onto the rhythm, it's impossible to not want to move. I mean, the number suggests that as well with the close choreography. As I said, by the way, I mean, I don't know if Clementine is a dance history as well, but certainly from what we witnessed on the Rockstar Villa production, there's a deliberate connection. But she wasn't dancing with Meek. I believe, yes, they were dancing together in this case. Well, they were both part of that feature. If you had not watched the Rockstar Villa reality miniseries, if we want to call it that, it's on the Napalm Records YouTube channel. Oh, it's freaking funny. I love it. I mean, it's funny, and it's an enjoyable watch. I was fortunate enough to be a part of at least the two premieres when I was able to make the time to get there. I really enjoyed the experience, and I hope you do too. I can't recommend that enough. And you'll understand when I say that there's a connection between the choreography displayed here and that mini-series of what Clementine has demonstrated. You'll see the connection if you haven't yourself. But that's a fun number. I love its energy, its evident pirate swing. It's the swing in particular based on the rhythm that I just cannot... Oh, I love it. And I will say it might be different from what we've heard on Pirates. Yes, it very much still is an adventure in that vein. I'm thinking, though, of journeys that we're about to take with other groups, outside of Visions of Atlantis, and maybe some of these names you don't necessarily recognize, but you know I love to feature a good medley of talents, whether known or unknown. Let's say unknown, developing is a better word. There's a particular entry within the Pirates fold that I recently learned about on Instagram, and I do believe Visions of Atlantis at some level from the comment I was able to provide to said musician, and the back and forth, the brief one we had, I think VOA was a bit of an inspiration. And it's clear based on the one number I've heard, but we're going to be taking, like Visions of Atlantis, a deep dive into A Wild Heart's Tale. I've already lined up all the songs on my phone. If you like this type of energy, again, it's more evidently folky than it is metal. It's still got a bit of a metal bend to it because of the riff design and some of its other musical agent choices, but it does have a much more deliberate folk rock, folk metal feel. So if you like this, you're really going to like A Wild Heart's Tale from what I've heard. And that's going to be a fun pirate adventure too. Oh, Pirates/Vikings. And I know for many of you I say that and there's instant appeal. Just trust me from what I know. I believe the number in particular I have witnessed from them is Where's My Beer? Or no, Where's My Rum? We're going to have fun together in terms of the pirate future. Not just the Visions of Atlantis, but other adjacent credits that Tonight I'm Alive might sound close to. Yeah, I see the separated sound, but I think it fits well into the body of Pirates. Absolutely. It's another crowd pleaser. You know, I've never been to a VOA show. I'd love to get there at least at some point whenever I can make time, though life and, it's complicated. And the work I have lined up here, you know, I catalog a wide body of artists. I always consider your recommendations, where VOA was at one time. And again, I always say thank you to all of you that provided them as a name reference. I've loved the ride with them. Whether alongside all of you or just separate from myself on re-listening to Pirates or what we've had so far in development for this record, I love the Visions of Atlantis voice, and I hope you did too. If this is a first-time witness for you, they really are a treat. Of musical or vocal talent or particular conception focus like what we've witnessed so far on Pirates, this is another fun sophomore release. I knew it would be. The first adventure was great. 3 numbers in, I'm having a great time with Pirates too, and I cannot wait for the remaining 9 numbers. We are in for some fun adventures indeed. If what we've heard again between Armada, Monsters, and Tonight I'm Alive is the sound, and of what we can estimate the body of the project will consider, as well as perhaps other adaptive choices. Who knows? We have yet to humor those pieces together, but oh, we will be. Just like Pirates. I had such a fun time there. All 12 numbers. Same story here. It's going to be a fun future. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.